are out and you stumble in the dark. You kept pushing on, but then you went too far. When your ship has sailed and all your dreams are lost, everything is wrong, you feel like it's your fault. Just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call me. Just call me. Just call me. Just call me. You're stronger now than you ever been. You gotta leave now, it's time to catch the wind. You will climb up high and look through the clouds. And when you're feeling low, I know you'll bounce back. Oh, and just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call me. Just call me. Just call me. Just call me.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Sim Racing Media Network. We are live here from beautiful Richmond Raceway in Richmond, Virginia. Myself, Angel Santiago, joined by my broadcast partner here, Troy Thomas, to bring you the Racers Elite Xfinity Series. Troy, how are we doing here on a Wednesday evening?
Doing great on a Wednesday evening. I hope you are too, Mr. Angel.
Oh, I'm not doing bad at all. Always happy to be back here on Wednesdays for Racers Elite Xfinity Series Racing, and we're at Richmond tonight, and we kind of talked a little bit. We didn't really talk much about the track before this. I know I jumped on a little late, but this has got to be one of my favorite. It's somewhat flat, I would say. You know, you got some banking in there, but it's somewhat flat.
Yeah, there's some banking. It's still considered a flat short track, but the trouble spot tonight, I think, will be coming off turn 4 because it's so easy to get these cars loose. Plus, it's probably gonna be a hot slick track, so coming off the corners will be tricky.
Yeah, and I think same thing with off of turn 2. You see a lot of drivers, you know, kind of go down to the inside wall, and I think that's what sucks about turn 2 is that you don't have that opening as much as you have off of 4. You know, down the grass, you can at least try to hold on to. There's just an inside wall there. You hit it, and typically you're going fast enough that. That's the problem with Richmond. You're going so fast here that it's not like another short track like Bristol where you can maybe hit a wall a little bit, kind of just make it through. You hit a wall front, with the front of the end of these cars at these speeds here, you're probably gonna have an engine failure.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, remember what happened when we raced at Bristol all them a couple weeks ago? We had them engine
Wow,
failures right and
man.
left. I
Yeah,
mean,
I forgot about that. Yes, that shows even more what
so
could happen.
hopefully tonight they won't have that problem. But like I said, turn 2 will be tricky as well as turn 4 because there's no room off of turn 2 because it's a corner that sneaks up on you.
It does, and you're gonna try to not be side by side too much here tonight. And we've only got 13, 14 drivers. You see Rob Yost joining us in our actual YouTube chat, letting us know that he had to work tonight. Unfortunately, I know that Chris Pendle, his son's got a little league game tonight, and well, he said it's the only time it's on a Wednesday, but he doesn't ever plan to miss any. So, Chris, very good reasons not to be here.
Looks like we're up to 16 cars now.
Oh, alrighty.
Odie came in.
All right, Odie came in. I was getting ready to message him too to see where he was at. I was like,
yep, Odie and Alex.
All right, Alex, thanks for joining us tonight. Andrew said, "Hey man, get in here. We gotta."
Come on, brother.
Ooh, looks like we just saw the time shift. That means qualifying's all set. Getting ready to grid here on the front stretch. And I don't think this might be his first time this season, but nothing too surprising to see Sean Dunaway on pole.
Yeah, Sean Dunaway on the top of the speed chart after qualifying. So good. That's a good place to start. Best place to start.
And a tenth of a second over second place Michael Bennett, which I know doesn't sound like a ton, but at a short track, a tenth of a second, that's a pretty good deal.
Oh yeah, that'll add up after a couple laps. So.
Then we have Brandon Honeycutt with Todd Salson there in row 2. Dennis Kane with Colin McDonough there in row 3. Row 4 belongs to Andrew Teff, the boss man here, along with Matthew Jarrett. Chris Blasey and Curtis Ecker are going to round out your top 10. Jump over to the next ones. Lee Campbell with Jesse Fox in row 6, row 7 with Kirby Wainscott, and he was the last one to attempt a qualifying lap. And then Richard Odie along with Alex Teft, and I think I see Truth back there. I think Truth is at least starting this race. You said he maybe wasn't feeling good, but looks like he's going to try to...
He said he wasn't feeling good tonight, so we'll see how far he goes. There's no substitute drivers tonight for him, unfortunately, so...
No, unfortunately not. But hey, you know what? We appreciate Truth you still joining in to, and racing. It's never really easy to race when you're not feeling well.
No, it is not. But this should be an exciting race tonight, nonetheless.
All right, sorry about that. Everybody had a quick side moment there, but all right, we're gonna go ahead and actually looks like iRacing sound is not coming across, so before we don't get to hear these beautiful race cars, I will be right back, everybody. Alright, I apologize, everybody. We should have some iRacing sound in the background now so we can hear these beautiful engines. Good. Alright. We have... Oh, I forgot. This is a short track. We got 2 laps here. We get 2 laps tonight.
Yeah, we have an extra lap to get ready.
We get an extra lap to get ready. Absolutely. In the process here, with this extra lap, we appreciate that. We have our 16 drivers here in tonight's race, and I think that presents a perfect opportunity here for Richmond. 16 drivers, I think, gives you just enough to really have a fun race still with a decent amount, but also not have too much, because people will make mistakes. Everybody's going to make a mistake, but this way it limits that, I feel like, and also, just limits the possibilities for those cautions, allow you to have a real long green flag run.
Yeah, maybe they'll get spread out. But at the same time, we'll have a good side-by-side actions for this evening's race.
iRacing.com pace car heading down pit lane, getting ready to go. Green flag racing here from Richmond Raceway to the Geico restart zone. Sean Dunaway, your pole sitter. There we are, green flag racing here at Richmond.
Oh, it was a good start by Sean Dunaway on the inside, which I would assume that would be the preferred line tonight on restarts. But Michael Bennett's fighting him hard on the inside ender in turn 3.
Well, I was going to say, maybe on old tires, that outside isn't the worst thing in the world, trying to rotate through 1 and 2 on a restart. But I think if you're having a restart, you're probably coming down pit lane and getting 4 fresh field goods regardless.
Oh, absolutely. God, Michael's fighting hard on the outside off for turn 2.
This is a hard track to make those passes, and you just said it right there. 16's loose, and it's going to cost him an opportunity to stay with the 0-1. Oh, he's going to drive it in deep, though, and try to stay alongside of him. And he wants to try to get a pass early. Not going to be enough. Sean Dunaway clears him, leads that lap as well.
Yeah, maybe you just need to settle down. Don't burn your tires up too quick and just find you a good rhythm.
There you go. This is a little tap on the wall, which it's not bad, but too many times that'll do some damage.
Yeah, but that'll probably be not the last time we see that happen in any of the racers tonight.
Nope. As we see your side-by-side battle, looks like Brandon Honeycutt's looking to the inside actually for a second place, as Dennis Kane here is on the inside of your boss man Andrew Teff. So Brandon Honeycutt not going to make that pass, but this one will stay side-by-side as they go into 3. And you're going to see this a lot. Inside, outside, it's going to be really where I think you feel better as a driver.
Yeah, Richmond gives you multiple lanes to race on, so your car might not be handling well on the inside. Just move up a couple lanes or up a lane, and totally different car for you to. So you just got to find where your car runs the best.
I do believe that Truth Hope did go ahead and park it after completing those 2 laps. So Truth, we appreciate you being able to complete those 2 laps. I get it. I had COVID trying to complete 1 lap at the Roval once in an X-Gen. It was an awful night.
Phew.
I almost got lapped.
Go get better, Mr. Truth.
Yeah, absolutely. But
I'm not going to laugh at that at all.
It's
nothing to mess with.
Oh, man, it is not. Hey, thank you, Alan Experience. Of course, Alan joining us from St. Louis, Missouri. So you mentioned earlier, where you kind of get this spread out. And maybe some of you fans, if you're not used to doing the racing as much, you're wondering, well, why would you like that? It can seem boring in front of you. But in reality, I just think about it from a driver's perspective and how enjoyable it is to really just get settle into a groove. And maybe it's just preference of my driving style, but I'd love to be able to, settle into that groove, just, go out there, log laps, and as I say that, here comes a pass for the lead after only on the 8th lap. Michael Bennett caught Sean Dunaway very quickly.
I don't think Sean fought him hard, but he's looking to the inside.
He was over half a second quicker that last time around. Michael Bennett was. I mean, and
Wow.
Dunaway put some fast laps previous, but I don't know. It looks like he's gonna make a fight back here. Must have had like a moment.
Must have got loose or something, because now the top 4 are nose to tails. We come to lap number 11. Sean Dunaway keeps peeking in. His car, he drives in a lane deeper or lower than Michael Bennett does in the turn 1, I've noticed.
And that's why I mentioned earlier, it's really going to be where you have that preference as a driver. And I think Sean Dunaway he's just, I think right now, faster, maybe even just on the short run over Michael Bennett, where Michael's just going to go ahead and give him that space as well. Not going to fight him too hard, knowing that, maybe he can, come back to me. But even then, he's still not going to let it, go easy.
No, as you can see, these gentlemen are side by side. As now Andrew Teft's coming up here to join this battle as well.
Todd Slauson, he's in a new car tonight, the Doritos car. I like it.
Aha.
He did say he's gonna change it up every once in a while. Doesn't want to keep the same old. He said if he's not winning anymore, he's gonna switch it up.
He had to change it up. He won his races in the Mountain Dew car or the Code Red car, and he's got to change it up.
Yep. Didn't win the last couple, so he said, "Okay, time to switch. I'm not wasting time this time around." As Sean Dunaway did complete the pass on Michael Bennett to retake the lead and leave your top 3 exactly where they started. Granted, Colin McDonoghue's trying to look here on Brandon Honeycutt for that 3rd position as well.
Yeah, Collins, this is the beauty about this track. You can run so many different lines, and it's really noticeable on the broadcast here, the different lines these drivers are running as Andrew's up a lane higher
Well, and that's
than
another
Todd
thing.
Slauson was.
You also want to have some, clean air on the nose of your car, and sitting behind the other cars doesn't necessarily always help that. So, and I think that Collins, wow, that was really loose. I was gonna say he's running a very aggressive line there to just where his left side, like his left side tires, are almost as if they were running where the right sides were in Brandon Honeycutt's, but just a tad bit higher.
You are correct.
And he's doing that to stay as aggressively low as he can, but try to also carry some extra momentum running a little bit higher that you wouldn't necessarily be able to carry on that inside.
Yeah, of course, that time he followed the tire tracks of a Honeycutt, but we go back to the front here. Sean Dunaway's almost got his lead up to half a second, followed by Michael Bennett.
He's got a very shallow entry, as you mentioned there. Very, very low entry into one. And he's just trying to make this racetrack as short as possible. But that also limits actually how much turn he's got, like how hard he's got to turn it. Because he's kind of just letting it flow into the corner there.
Yep, but his car works best like I noticed that early in the run. So I'd like to see if he can keep it up for the duration of this tire run right here. But he's almost on that yellow line, so that's where his car likes to run. Woo! This Michael Bent looks like he gets it a little bit loose right there.
Yeah, just gonna take a moment to kind of bring that back, see where it's gonna work. Alan, thank you. Yes, I do. I am looking forward to. You gotta let me know how I have to go buy those tickets, I guess, or what we have to do. I need to make sure I don't miss out on that. He's coming down for the Sunshine Nationals at Volusia for the World of Outlaws.
That's his happy place.
Well, so we've got to obviously I live about an hour or so from Volusia, and I've never really gone, but I'm not much of a dirt track person. But I've always said I wanted to go, so Alan said, "All right, just hold on. When I go down, I'm gonna take you there. We'll enjoy it."
Yeah, me and dirt just is like oil and water. We just don't mix well.
Yeah, that's what I say, but it's fun to watch, though. I mean, those drivers are just incredible.
It just blows my mind what they do.
And Rebecca wants to go too. She loves it as well. So
that's a plus. That's a win-win, man.
It's a big win. And we have an old friend who used to be, run a little bit actually in the truck series, and actually ran sometime in the ARCA. That he's been there on many occasions as well. So he's always told us if we ever go, we gotta let him know. So
oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, he used to run for Andy Hillenberg's team, I think, in ARCA.
Okay.
Nonetheless, we've got, let's see here. Already 21 laps. We're already on lap 21, I'm sorry. 20 laps completed already through this race.
And it looks like Michael Bennett is inching up ever so slightly on your race leader of Sean Dunaway.
Yeah, let's see if we get this. Here we go. Over the last 5 laps, Dunaway was faster. Was only faster in 2 of them. But if you look at the times that in which he was faster, it was by a bigger difference. And I think that's just Michael pushing it hard, trying to get to that 0-1, because that 13 is right on his bumper there for Michael.
Yeah, he's got to go, because that gentleman behind him, Honeycutt, will pounce on him in a heartbeat if he slips up and makes a mistake.
And that's the thing about Honeycutt and drivers like Honeycutt that make it so difficult for you in front, where he's a respectful driver. He's not gonna wreck you. He's not gonna do anything crazy. And as he gets loose himself off the floor, he's just gonna drive you, race you very respectfully. But you make the mistake, and he's gonna take that opportunity. He's fast enough to make it work.
Oh, absolutely. As these front runners are getting ready to get nose to tail again on here, coming to lap 25.
And I mean, I guess I didn't consider too much what a fuel run might be for tonight. But it's probably gonna be looking like it's gonna be maybe what 50, 60 laps we probably get.
If your tires can last that long, yeah.
That's the question. Can your tires last that long?
I mean, you're gonna want to pit 3 times if this goes green, but we know how cautions ruin that scenario for everybody.
And I don't know. I would wonder if Well, I mean, what would you do? Because that's the problem. You know, it's not like it's any other track. It's Honeycutt's really inching close on the 16.
Oh, he's wanting that number 2 position.
Where you can't. When you pit here, you're losing 2, maybe even 3 laps.
Yeah, you're going to go a whole big time. Then you have to run in the risk of a caution coming out and you getting caught. So these drivers got a lot to think of just besides turning left and going around this track tonight.
Yep, you see on board here with that number 13 of Brandon Honeycutt. We'll have to fix that mirror next time. I thought I had it fixed only on the Ford, I guess. I guess on the Chevrolet, of course, I forgot it's different. But yeah, you see where he's just patient.
Look at his wheel input as well.
That is hard to. You see, that's already the wear that these guys are experiencing, having to pull it so hard to the left. Ooh, loose on entry there. He had to turn a little right.
It looks like he gets off the corner better than Michael Bennett. Michael Bennett got a little looser off of 4.
The problem is how is he going to complete a pass on the inside here on old tires? That's going to be the tough part.
Yeah, because you get pinched down. Woo!
But the risk of also pinching somebody down, especially on old tires, is, you know, if they slip up, you're going to go with them.
Yep, they're going to rise up and put you in the wall, or you're both going to go in the wall. So that's good racing by these gentlemen.
Yeah, typically, especially if I know, oh man, that 13 is, and that's another thing for the 29, you know, or sorry, the 16. You got to give that 13 a little bit of room for him to slip up as well.
Oh yeah.
And for your own self to be able to get a little bit loose and not collect him with you, because especially at short tracks, you know, it seems like these cars get stuck together when there's an accident.
Oh, it's like a vacuum. They just get sucked together, and there's nothing they can do.
So you're like, what's happening?
If he's watching this battle here, Andrew Teft passed Colin for the 4th position.
That 16 was really aggressive to try to get back on that 0-1.
Man, these so close together right now.
And we got 2 drivers that currently are biggest movers. You mentioned the Andrew Teffa. He's all the way up to the 4th position from his 7th starting spot. And then Richard Odie, who started in 13th, he's up to 11th now. Sorry, he started in 14th. I'm sorry, he's up to 11th. So 3 drivers up 3 spots. These first 3 exactly where they started, but Andrew, he's starting to tick away here on some of these laps. He's trying to at least.
He's just a tick quicker than the front 3 at the moment. So these 3 start getting the battle, and they'll bring Andrew in the picture real quick.
Oh man, he goes up to 13 to the outside of the 16 here. Can Honeycutt make that pass? He'll have the good run off of 4. He's gonna clear him.
What a move by Brandon.
I told you, one slight mistake on a 16 is all you need, and the 13's gonna take advantage. And here he goes now, almost peeking to the outside of the 0-1.
Oh yeah. He's right on. He's gonna try the outside again.
It worked the first time. Let's go ahead and try it again. I think the 0-1 anticipated. Try running him up the track. It's not enough. What a run for Honeycutt. Oh, they're both loose. They almost made contact.
Beached him down. Brandon's on the outside coming into 2.
I'll give you credit to Sean, though. He still has got just a great line into 1, no matter how old these tires are.
He does.
That's something you can appreciate for 13 as well. You know that Sean is going to keep that line as long as he can, and you can run yours as well. Yes. Finally.
We have a new leader, and Brandon Honeycutt is able to make the pass.
Look who's looking to the outside now. The 16 saw what just happened to him, what happened to the 0-1. He said, I got to go do the same thing.
So I'm about to try that myself.
Well, I mean, the 0-1 is so fast there on the inside, you know. That's where his specialty is. So you're going to have to go where he's not. And unfortunately, it cost losing second for maybe the 16 to try to get that idea. And sometimes all it takes is seeing somebody else do it to figure out what you have to do.
Yep, you can always watch the drivers in front of you and learn what they're doing that you're not doing or something else.
That's one of the best things you can do as a driver. Just try to get behind somebody who's faster than yourself and see what you got to figure out from there.
These 2 are still nose to tail. Brandon's just a tick quicker at the moment than the Sean Dunaway, Michael Bennett. And not too far behind Andrew running in 4th and Colin running 5th. The 16 is right on his bumper, coming off a 4. See Michael Bennett pushes up just a little bit. Can he get to run off a 2? He cannot as he come down the backstretch. Thought he might look on the outside again, but he's going to regroup coming down the front stretch here as he gets just a tad bit loose.
There we go. Sorry about that, everybody. Had some additional microphone problems. I plugged it into a different port, and it seemed like every single time I recorded something, nothing happened. So this is a test trial again today, I guess. Well, we've 40 laps already completed in this race, so we're gonna go ahead and. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I'll say we're just going to go ahead and take our first official commercial break here of the evening before we get in trouble. So we'll go ahead and keep an eye on some close battles while we're on track. We'll have our side-by-side set up. So we'll be right back, everybody. Just hang on tight. Alrighty, we are back. Got that one in for Premier Setups. We want to thank them again for joining us here on the Sim Racing Media Network. Make sure if any setup needs, you go out there, check out their website, premiersetups.com, so that well, try to go out there and get faster in iRacing, huh?
Oh, absolutely. Always looking to get faster.
My only problem with the open setup races is that they're longer than the regular ones.
Yeah, they are.
I don't have time for the regular officials.
No, that's me to barely have enough time for the fixed setups.
Oh my goodness. All right, we come back here. Richard Odie had actually, I was just want to say Chris Blasey may be looking on Odie for this, but checking over my timing and scoring, Odie had just made this pass. Yeah, they're kind of swapping back and forth here over the last lap or so, but
they're battling for that 10th position.
So Odie's making his way up. No real practice at all. Kind of joined in last second, but he's kind of climbed up. Actually, now our biggest mover, up 4 spots here.
Yep. So he's got this place figured out at the moment, but we know how quick that can change.
Yes, we do. Ooh, now we got a battle here. Looks like Jesse Fox is just gonna go ahead and let Alex Teff go on by. And now 46 laps into this race. Unbelievable to think. We're going to have some green flag pit stops, I'd argue, sometime in the next, 15, 20 laps.
Yeah, and that'll be tricky. These drivers coming to pit lane with them hot, slick tires. Hopefully nobody has a mishap coming to pit road, but that happens from time to time. 16
drivers tonight. What percentage of them do you think practiced a green flag pit stop on hot, sticky tires?
I think it'd be less than 5%.
I'll tell you what, I wouldn't be in that 5%. I would have never thought to.
I usually run about 10 or 15 in pit.
One thing I keep forgetting, or I keep doing stupidly, is that I'll do a long run, then I'll get a little bit loose and I'll get mad and I'll go pull off on the side and exit. Like, no, just go practice a green flag pit stop.
You tell yourself, yep.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, we just said it like that.
Jarrett right here in the 80 car, following Todd Slauson.
The reason why I jumped over here is look at the separation in the way they are running. One inside and one outside. One inside and one outside. Just trying to get, a little bit of, well, this time, 80 goes a little bit lower. But just, you're just trying some things, trying to see what works maybe best for your car.
Yep. Got to move it respect. And Jesse Fox is on pit road. I hope this is a scheduled pit stop, I would assume.
Not the way he was, he had dropped that spot there to Alex. He just let him on by. I think he may also just say, hey, you know what? I'll come in for some fresh feel goods too.
Yeah, as we come in lap 51. Honeycutt has not drove away from Sean Dunaway yet. I mean, he's got a little over a half-second lead on him, but Sean's staying there with him, and out there in third, still Michael Bennett.
But last time around, Sean was actually 2/10 quicker. I don't know if maybe Honeycutt had a moment, but so speaking of, let's see here. Oh, I'm sorry, no, I got that wrong. A 10th and a half quicker there for Honeycutt this last time around. So yeah, he's slowly now pulling away.
But look, Andrew's also running a sub 24 lap at last lap, so he's inching closer to the third position of Michael Bennett.
Actually, him and the leader, Brandon, were the only two to have gotten a sub. There is Todd Lawson is making his way. So it looks like around lap 50-something, we're starting to see these guys maybe try to make an attempt for pit lane.
Yeah, maybe leapfrog their competitors by getting them fresh tires first.
That's what you got to do. I mean, right now we are.
Andrew's oh
wow! I know that was.
Happened? I don't know if somebody was pitting or what, but Andrew in the back of the 16 car, so don't know what happened there.
For that, real quick, and see exactly what happened as they go into turn number 3. I mean, it's definitely the 98 did not realize the 16 was slowing up as much as he did.
No, he slowed up a little bit more than usual. I don't know if he's trying to let him down or what, but he backed that corner up a little bit.
Oh, and he may have had a moment going in. You've seen these drivers actually get loose coming onto or into the turn, so he may have just needed to, get off the throttle at the same time, and the 98 just nowhere you can go. You can't even hit the brakes there.
No, you're absolutely right. So hopefully there's not a little
Michael Bennett
in pit road.
Lee Campbell, we haven't had an opportunity to talk much about him. He's actually under attack now from Richard Odie. Is this old RFK 60?
I think so.
Looks like it. Let's go zoom in here. Yes, it is. I don't
know.
Is there somebody on the side because it's definitely an actual one. It's got see if we can
Chasing RC. I don't remember it.
It's a good view. Thank you, Odie. Don't Odie break him here. That's we want to get close, but not that close.
Ooh!
A little tag on the wall. Oh, there you go. Perfect. Right to the left side of the car.
Yep. Chase RCs. It's a pretty paint scheme. I'll give him that.
It just reminds me maybe of like back when Ryan Reed raced with them and they had the diabetes stuff. That's the only thing I could think of, but off the top of my head. So I'm wondering if these drivers aren't going to try to just make it to the halfway point.
Yeah, they might be trying to one-stop this race. A different pit strategy. So what we got? Only 4 drivers have pitted so far.
Well, yeah. I mean, and I have to say that if you would have told me Richmond Xfinity Series 60 laps into a green flag run, what are you expecting for the the fall off to be? I'm thinking 1.5 seconds, 2 seconds, but we're actually really only seeing a second of fall off across the board.
Let's see, the last lap Todd Slauson ran a 22.88 and our leader ran a 23.82. So that's about a second.
Yeah, I mean,
Colin with the fastest lap at time of 22.77, so about a second drop off at the moment, roughly.
I really would have anticipated more, I guess.
I'd be 1.5 seconds myself, but
I mean, it's a Racers Elite Andrew Tefft created session. It's a hot one. Let me pull up the weather. I say it. 92 degrees is still pretty warm, but that's not bad. 73 ambient temp.
No, well, we got a 14 mile per hour wind though too, so
yeah, that's probably. I'm surprised it's not played into more of a factor for some of them.
Yeah, that's what I was curious. I thought, that's surprised the wind ain't play more havoc than what it is.
So let's see. Brandon Honeycutt. Let's see. Lap 62. I mean, there's no way you go this long if you're not already trying to make it halfway.
No, I think everybody from 11th up's made their bed. They're going to try to one stop it, I think. Now, no, hold me to it, but late cautions could fix everything for us.
Odie was not able to make that pass there in that 60. He was trying, but it looks like he had to give way. But Lee is up 5 spots. You know, we did have again let's see. This is Michael Bennett back here. He's in the 12th position. Todd Slauson 13th. McDonough 14th, and Jesse Fox back there in 15th. So those are the drivers who did pit already, and they're trying to use it to their advantage. So I wondered though, do they, like, after seeing what is, you know, kind of cycled back out, are you gonna try to make an extra stop, or I guess you kind of have to, you know, I don't know if you can make it.
They'll have to, because let's see, when did they pit? They pitted on, Jesse pitted, might as well say lap 49 and 55. Yeah, they'll have to pit again. There's no way they can run 90 laps or so on a... So, interesting to see how this will play out for these guys.
Because, let's see, I'm thinking one...
Because we're coming on lap 68 right here, too shy of halfway.
Because I probably would have pit like lap 45, maybe 47, to truly split it up.
If you're doing a 3-stop race, absolutely, I agree with you.
But hey, you know what? I have little to no experience in these cars, and if you recall when you asked me just before the race started, hey Angel, go ahead. What was the question you asked me before the race?
How'd your Xfinity race go last night?
I hate these cars. I like broadcasting them more. Oh my! It is a very difficult car to drive. I'm grateful for my buddy Dean allowing me to race, you know, on Tuesday nights in his league, and you know. So that I can get some practice and some ideas to what these drivers, you know, I want a better feel for what these drivers are feeling. And I know these cars are fun, and they're fun, but my goodness, are they frustrating when you just...
challenging.
You have to be on that wheel at all points of time. You have to drive it extremely hard, but at the same time, light as a feather. It is a lot of work.
Yes, Matthew Jarrett is coming on the pit lane at the moment. And here's Odie and Lee battling again.
Odie to the outside of Lee Campbell.
Oh, Lee must be coming to pit.
Yeah, I was just about to say, Lee looks like he's coming down. Halfway point. Go ahead, just drop it right in, along with Dennis Kane, too.
Dennis is in, Lee's in. Yep, here they come. Now, if I was Sean Dunaway, I'd be coming in this lap.
Yeah, you got to have a chance to leapfrog. 1.9 seconds. You're not gonna get all of that back, but you know, if you're aggressive on pit lane, on and off, you know, you can gain that extra second there.
Yep, you can. You gain more than you think you can on pit road. So, and it looks like he's coming this time by.
There it is. He's gonna come down. Chris Blasey and Richard Odie came around on that last run. That allows Andrew Teff to come up here into the 2nd position. He's about 3.5 seconds behind Honeycutt. Here comes Honeycutt down pit lane. Oh, a little bit of traffic to do so.
Close. That was close. Ooh.
Slides back up, gets slowed down enough. Does Andrew Teff come with him? No, Andrew's going to stay out, get himself a lap led probably.
Andrew going to give him a point for leading the race.
Alex and Kirby Wainscott, they have not pit either. So that was
so Chicken Coop is staying on the racetrack.
Hey, you work as a team, right? So it's like Hendrick Motorsports did at Phoenix just Sunday.
Yep. Nobody could touch the Penske boys though.
No, you cannot touch those old Fords. I was so surprised to hear that Joe Logano is the first 3-time Ford champion in history.
I did not realize that. That is strange to me. As
yeah, but I guess they've all just won championships in other
one or two.
Yeah, or and then in other with another one. So it's very very interesting stat to have heard on Sirius XM.
So Rusty Wallace won his only championship driving the 27 Pontiac. Would that be correct? He never won a championship in the two car, did he?
No.
See, that's a crazy stat to me. Period too.
Because Penske's championship started with Keselowski in 12.
Yep, that's right. He was the first. You are correct.
So, man, look at the speed difference between Odie just going right by Kirby Wainscott, and I like that speed difference because they were about together on the racetrack. Odie a little further behind him.
Yep, there's Lee Campbell going on the inside, so this might hurt Kirby a little bit.
He's just trying to stay out of the way. Only driver who has not pit, and with him being able to go up to 80 laps, I wonder if someone like Michael Bennett doesn't just stay out. It's a stretch, but just stay out for the rest of the race. You have to adjust your strategy, but
yeah. When did Michael pit? He pit lap 55. If he goes 80, that's still 5 laps short.
Oh no, yeah, Wainscott just came in, so that might not be an opportunity. As Dunaway and Honeycutt put down their fastest laps of the day.
22.83 for Honeycutt, and there's Sean 22.66. Wow.
And Sean was a second and actually about half a second quicker on pit lane. So that's actually right where you see that, half a second difference now. So did exactly about what we were talking about. Get a second on track by coming in a lap early like you mentioned, and then he'll gain some of that time hopefully on pit lane.
Yep, and there he is. You can actually, let's see here. Maybe 5 car lengths. Ooh, Sean gets a little loose off of 2. Don't burn them right rears up.
Yeah, it's too early to burn them right rears up. You still got 61 to go, but
been a very calm race so far.
I see 61 to go, but what is that going to be? Another 25 minutes? I mean, we're 31 minutes into an 80-lap race now.
Yeah. Yeah, these gentlemen are playing nice tonight.
Well, I mean, and so that's another thing about Richmond. You either have those wreck fests, which I think elude themselves a lot of times to maybe a league that doesn't necessarily have as much respect for each other when it comes to driver-wise. But Richmond is a track that you can have great long-run racing at as long as drivers respect each other and the racetrack enough. A lot like Darlington,
Yep, Richmond is known for long green flag runs. You're exactly right. And this is obviously what we have today or tonight.
So they're driving like the professionals out here, putting down an exact, long race. I mean, and look at the rubber buildup even on the. I mean, that's why I love iRacing. This is a great job.
Yeah, you can see it. Yep.
Let's see here.
You can see the rubber in the track.
That wasn't the best one here. Let's see, 4 off of 4. There you go. Kind of to 3 and 4 here. Maybe turns 1 and 2. Yeah, you can see where it's already a lot darker.
Yep, you can basically see the groove where where everybody is running. As Jesse tagged the wall just a little bit. But like you said, that's the great thing with iRacing. They really get the small details of a racetrack.
Blasey and Alex Teff, they're battling right now for that 12th position. They're about 2.5 seconds behind Jesse Fox. And it shows how much Jesse Fox did gain on them because he was well behind or, just getting passed by Alex. Remember we saw. And he's right now, again, 2.5 seconds up, and that was pitting 20 laps earlier.
Yep. Yeah, Jesse is in the lucky dog position at the moment with just 10 cars into the top on the lead lap.
Yeah, that's that alludes again to where Michael Bennett and we probably should have mentioned it at least before then, but right now a 4.5 second lead over Honeycutt. But Honeycutt and Dunaway the last time identical laps, and they're 7/10 quicker almost than Bennett. Yep,
they're coming, so it's just gonna be a matter of time. They're Honeycutt's 4 seconds behind, so they'll be there in about 5 to 6 laps.
Yeah, and I just don't see you saving enough and also just coming in. There you go. That was good.
No, they've got 20 lap fresher tires than Michael Bennett does, so I don't see much of a fight when they get to him. But then again, he might fight like there's no tomorrow.
Well, that and you also wonder if, you hope that, Honeycutt, does he burn off his tires, and does Sean Dunaway burn off their tires trying to catch him? He got a lot of time, but still.
They ran the exact same lap time again that last lap.
Oh, my
23,
goodness.
26. That's funny.
Okay, look at this here. A 3-lap period, they were separated by 1/1000th of a second.
Wow.
Hold on, I have to get like a little... This is going to look bad on broadcast. Oh, I messed it up. Oh, well. Sorry about that, everybody. I forgot the snipping tool does the whole entire screen, not just what I'm in front of. I apologize.
Look at that. It's just almost identical lap time, so...
Oh, wow, I love that. That shows the quality of racing between these two drivers right here.
Oh, absolutely. Brandon's gonna make short work out of Jesse Fox at the inner turn 1 here. As Jesse's been passed by Alex and Chris.
Yeah, Jesse's definitely kind of just riding around now with those older tires, and just definitely probably hoping for a caution so that he can come down pit lane and not lose some time. But that's what's gonna happen here, is that Michael Bennett, not only 1.7 seconds in front of Honeycutt, but if he's gonna have to come down and get, or unless he really can make it to the end, maybe these drivers did just simply pit when they were done with tires.
Yeah, we're gonna have a good finish this race, I think, because the strategies seem far off, but they might not be as far off as we think they are.
No, not at all. As we've completed lap 91, now 49 laps to go. We will stay right. I was gonna say have our commercial break here, but I think that we'll see the 13 come across. We'll go ahead and do our Premier one here one more time, everybody. Make sure you get the information you need from Premier Racing Setups, their website. That way you can get what you need from them. So we'll go ahead and jump over to them briefly before Honeycutt catches for the lead. All right, I see you didn't miss it on the side-by-side, but here it is, the 13 of Brandon Honeycutt to the inside of that 16 of Michael Bennett. Like you said, Michael Bennett's not going to make it easy. He's got that outside, some nice momentum at the least, and he's going to get loose off of 2. Wow!
Good save.
Great save and great job, because that was almost a right rear hook on a 13.
Yep, that was good driving by Michael, so...
He's driving the wheels off it still. He did not want to get it up.
He was fighting him. He was fighting him, that's for sure.
Oh, man, you love to see that, though. You love to see them, they're going to give it their all, and that's every bit what you expect them to do as well.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
There you see I see 11 of Chris Blasey. He's on some fresh feel goods. Here it is for the 16 of Bennett.
Michael Bennett coming in, so as soon as he got passed by for the lead, he's going to come in and get some fresh tires.
I don't blame him, Go ahead and try to get the max out of, what tires you will have left.
Oh, yeah, we have what?
Oh, wow.
Sean Dunaway drifting coming off of 2 there.
Yeah, I think that was a reaction to the 11 hitting the wall and off of 2, and he just turned it to the left. The 0-1 definitely grateful he didn't just, go all the way to the left there.
Yeah, he's getting close here towards the end.
But like we said,
yep.
And Andrew Teft, he's here 3 seconds behind these drivers. He pit 2 and 3 laps after them, and he was 0.2 quicker than Dunaway. Let's see, this time around he is just over a 10th quicker than Dunaway, but a 10th slower than Honeycutt. So a chance that he can maybe catch Dunaway, but I don't see him catching Honeycutt at the end of this one.
No, right now the Honeycutt's got the car to beat. at the moment, but caution flags could change everything.
That is true. As you see, Todd Slauson making his
Yep.
way down, one of those drivers who pit on that first stop along with Colin McDonough.
Yeah, and Jesse Fox exiting pit road at the moment. Just love coming to a race and everybody having these different strategies they're playing out.
I love it. It just makes it, just that much more interesting. And as a driver, it makes it, you're like, oh my goodness, okay, what strategies are they on? And if you watch a race of course, on Sunday, most probably did, the championship race. I love hearing on the interview with Rudy Fugle, but they said, you quickly came over the radio and just were, just kind of like the at Byron. He said, hey, they're we're not, don't worry about it. That's not our plan. We're well from pitting. Just go.
Yep.
And they asked me, why do you feel the need to have to say it the way you did? He's like, because the moment Byron sees all these drivers hitting pit lane and he's screaming for tires, he's not going to put the best, next 10 laps that he can possibly put, that I need him to put to make this, strategy work. So I got to get to him, let him know exactly what's happening. What's the strategy with everyone else? Let him know it's not ours. That way he can focus on what he has to do. And when you don't have a crew chief, you don't get a crew chief, obviously, you don't have somebody, a spotter with you here. You got to kind of put those two things together and know, okay, hold on, who's on what strategy, and is this a battle that I'm really needing to have right now? Because you don't want to wreck yourself either, trying to fight somebody with 20 lap pressure tires, and then, you completely take yourself out of a top 5.
Oh yeah, and then the Penske cars are just the dominant cars all week. It's a mental game as much as it is driving.
Yes, and I think that the fact that Ryan Blaney was the dominant one over the weekend, and then suddenly for the race, Logano showed up, and it's just like, okay, wait a minute, now both of them truly showed up to the race. So, we're coming up now to 35 laps to go here for Honeycutt, who's got about a 2.5 second lead over Dunaway right now.
Yeah, he's slowly stretching that lead out. He's been the class of the field all night once he took the lead from Sean Dunaway earlier in the race.
And of course, as always, want to thank you, all of you who are in chat joining us tonight. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, get those bell notifications running, whatever you gotta get do to have the Sim Racing Media Network come up on your phone often. We're racing here on Racers Elite Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. I don't know how I still almost messed that one up.
And Fridays.
And Fridays.
And Saturdays.
Yes, Saturday. I keep thinking of all the talk Andrews back and forth, trying to figure out what he's got going on for next season. So I'm like, I don't know what day is what anymore.
Yeah, he's already started getting next season prepared for us.
That's exactly why I mentioned it. It shows exactly the hard work it takes. That he's gonna go out here running third right now. As you see the 16 with fresh tires come by, but he's also trying to run 5 it's not just the league. He's running 5 or 6 series across the board, and he races in all of them.
He does, and he's trying to maybe start another series next season. So,
he's a busy man, and so we appreciate it.
Got a lot on his plate.
And of course, if you are looking to join a league, you see, here we are, not 110 laps into Richmond and the Xfinity cars without a caution for incident, and so they're always looking for new drivers to come join. They want people to add. You got to come add to the league, though. Don't not just adding random people. You need to be a benefit of the league, and that's what I love. You want to be helpful, not just a number. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah. Yeah, you want we're always looking to make the leagues better, so and they've got some great competitive racers in all the series that Andrew runs right now, so.
Looks like Odie and Lee Campbell, these two have still found their way side by side, as well as Todd Slauson and Donnie so the 78 and the 60 are on old tires battling. The 22 and the 39 are a lap down each on new tires, trying to make their way through and also battling. So
they're battling for position, and Odie and Lee Campbell's battling for position.
Got 3 Supras right there too. Nice to see the Toyotas. We only have one more on track, and that's Kirby Wainscott. But nice to see some extra Toyotas. We don't. I know when I started, we only had one. So these are beautiful race cars too.
I'm a Chevrolet man, but I really like how these Supras look.
I have to say that I will have a Ford and then a Toyota and probably something else before Chevrolet. But
well, I see. I'm a Chevy man, but
I gotta give you some fun.
I have dabbed my feet in driving a blue oval recently, so.
But these Toyota Supras and so damn they're very
just
nice
slick looking.
And you can't complain about a good looking race car.
No, we have to change. Unfortunately, we have to change with the times. I remember when Toyota came in, how the big uproar was.
But
I do wish Dodge would come back. I know they're not going to, but I just loved how the Charger looked when they raced them.
Oh man, and the Challenger, the way it would look on the next gen would just be unreal.
Yeah, you had the Charger and the Cup and the Challenger and the Xfinity.
Oh man, so nice. And I did like that, that they had that difference. And I appreciate that they did finally bring the Mustang to the Cup Series. I feel like the Mustang should always be,
Oh yeah.
Where it's at. But the Dark Horse, I love that the Dark Horse look to them too.
The Dark Horse is nice. Kills me to say that, but as we see, Andrew has caught Sean Dunaway for the second position.
We talked about it being a possibility, and he's just been clicking away these lap times. Again, only 3 laps after, but I just think that Andrew, and he was catching them though, even on that last run. So this is not just fresher tires. I think this is just Andrew being a little bit faster than Sean overall.
Yeah, almost 3/10 quicker that last lap. Let's see what it was this time.
It's another 3/10.
Yeah, another 3. So Andrew's
3 1/4.
He's just 0.02 of a second slower than our race leader at the moment. So. And
that was while making the pass. Now, granted, the 13's also got some lap traffic he's dealing with, But overall, the Andrew Teft has been faster. Unfortunately, 5 seconds back right now. Let's see, we're gonna have 20-something laps to go, so he needs to be 4/10 quicker a lap. No.
I'm not attempting to do math.
I'm not trying to do math. No, I'm sorry. See, I don't know what it is with me trying to do math on Wednesdays. Just
I know my limits.
Oh my goodness. That's actually a battle right here as well between Michael Bennett and the 43 of Alex Teft. Now I think Alex is on 20 lap older tires than Michael, as he's trying to get one of his laps back at least.
Yep, Andrew was 0.2 quicker that lap.
No, actually, that puts Michael back on the lead lap.
Yep, he did the old-fashioned way. He passed the leader.
Well, let's see. He's 23 seconds behind. If he was a second faster, he'd have time, but unfortunately, he's not a second faster.
No, he is not, unfortunately.
God, that'd be incredible, too, wouldn't you think?
That would be a good show, would it not?
Remind me of Jeff Gordon in Indianapolis in 2011. He was trying to catch Paul Menard.
Paul Menard. That's one of the race winners just out of the blue.
Oh, man. But nowhere more deserving, too, though.
No,
I think Indianapolis is like a home track for him, wasn't it, too?
Yep.
So.
It's like seeing Justin Allgaier finally win a championship.
Oh, man, that was so nice.
That was a great race to watch, even a truck race, but I was just so happy that Justin win him a championship.
Yeah, I was explaining to Rebecca, his, all the years of trying, because, I was like, she's like, I explained to her, Joey has, 6 championship appearances. That's the most, for Cup Series. She's like, wow, that's a lot. I said, but Allgaier's got 7. This is the 7th, he's trying to fight for that first one, so.
And it was hilarious watching Junior wave that flag everywhere he went.
He was so happy.
Saturday night. Gosh, that was hilarious.
He looked like a little kid on Christmas.
He did.
I can't wait to hear because whenever Amy is on the show.
the.
I can't wait for her to talk about
download.
That one. Mm-hmm. Oh, that'd be funny. Oh boy! All right. Well, we're coming up here now. It's 17 laps to go as Brandon Honeycutt crosses the line. The last time previous, Honeycutt and Teft were dead even, only a tad bit faster for Teft. So not going to be enough for Andrew to pass or to be able to catch up to him. My question is, and my answer is probably going to be, it had to be a green-white checkered for me not to come down pit lane if a caution came out. But if a caution comes out this late in the run, everybody's probably coming down, though, right?
Oh, yeah, because you got 8 cars on the lead
Oh,
lap.
that's right. Only 8 cars. Oh, yeah, no, that's an easy one. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you
I'm
say
getting
that, though, but if one person stays out, or, you know, if a couple people stay out, you know, and there's a wreck or two that happen quickly, you know, you only get 2 green-white checkers. If they wreck right then and there, that's or if it is already the second green-white checker.
That is correct, but in that defense, we know how Racers Elite races go, and 90% of the time, we really don't get a lot of cautions or multiple green and white checkers.
Oh my goodness, no, we don't. I had to throw something out there, you know.
hey, you know, we went with it. We tried.
Oh my goodnesses. Let's see here. Michael Bennett now pulling up to actually gonna pass Matthew Jarrett for that 7th position now with 14 to go. So Michael Bennett's gonna come back and for a top 5.
Yeah, he's coming back through there, that's for sure.
Because he's 2.5 seconds behind. He's 2 seconds behind Campbell, 2.5 behind Odie, and I'm especially with his lap times.
Yep.
Odds are gonna catch him. We'll see what they even out to here once he gets back to.
Because he's running leader lap times at the moment.
Let's see here. Whew, yeah, 2 and 3/10 quicker that last time around.
So tires pay off, but it's just time's not going to be in his favor at the moment.
Well, let's see. Bennett pit from the 3rd position, was it?
Yes, he started 3rd. No, Michael Bennett was 2nd.
He was 2nd when he pit. So
No, yeah, because as soon as he got pitted, as soon as Honey got past him, he came to pit road the next lap.
That's right. So he was about to go. So I wonder then if pitting on lap, truly, you know, dividing it in 3s, if maybe that would have been the right call.
Yeah, hindsight's 20/20, you know.
Yeah, it is, because if you think about it, he's, you know, going to be south by so many seconds, but yeah, I mean, hey, great valiant effort. You know, Michael's got a couple wins on the season too, so he can, you know, try something different.
Yep, he can afford to be, yeah, like I said, try something different.
Honeycutt himself, he's the one who, won as much as he typically does.
No, but he sure took him out to the woodshed tonight, that's for sure.
Yeah, and didn't start there, you know, started back there in that 3rd position.
Yep, he started 3rd, so.
And then going into tonight, you know, we did have a couple of drivers, you know, we mentioned with Rob Yost, he actually self-eliminated himself from the playoffs, Andrew mentioned, because he said he wasn't going to be able to make enough of the races. He knew, so he wanted to go ahead and take his name off the board so that, you know, drivers didn't think they were trying to battle with him for a playoff spot.
That's awful nice of Rob.
And I think
Mr. Yost to do it, so that's awful nice. Kudos to you, my friend.
I think Merriman said the same thing, so this actually gives Matthew Jarrett a pretty good chance to try to sneak his way in with McGee not coming into tonight's race.
Yeah, he could. I hadn't even looked at the current standing.
Same with Blasey, actually. So good for them to have a couple drivers not show up tonight. Big time for them not to happen, because it's going to help them out here as we're coming down to 7 to go. Or 6 to go in the next time around.
Yeah, because Kirby and Rob Yost was tied for the 12th position coming into this race tonight. Jesse Fox was 9 above the cut line. So Matthew Jarrett is, what is he? He is 26 at the moment below the cut line. So I'm kind of interested to see how that falls after this race.
And Bennett, we're looking for his 5th top 5, and he'll have 8 top 10s in as many races. Of course, if he can complete the final 5 laps here, he's going to try to get past Lee Campbell. Now, granted, he's 40 laps into the run of his tires at this point, so he's also got to be not going to be super easy to make these passes. So Lee and Odie can kind of probably put up a decent amount of a fight.
Yeah,
I think Lee is.
Lee's hard to pass, so he's going to fight him for everything he's worth at the moment. Lee don't want to go out 6th position up.
No, and Lee's not had a great season, I feel like, compared to what he's, done the last couple of races this season. Here comes the 16 to the inside of the 60. Can he
60.
complete the pass? No, 60's got a good run off of 4.
No, Lee with a great run coming off of 4 is going to hold to position at the moment.
He's only got 1 top 10 this season, so
Good race for him.
great race as the 16
makes
finally
it.
clears.
Now, does he have enough time to go up there and pass Richard Odie in the 78 car with 2 laps to go?
Well, what's still 3 to go for them, actually.
Yep, 3
because,
to go. 3 to go, yeah.
Honeycutt's behind them coming to 2 to go. I was just about to say the same thing. I'm like, oh, actually, for Bennett, this works out to be just a little closer still. I think there's a chance that Odie, as long as it doesn't do what Jesse Fox almost did there, losing it.
Hold on to it, Jesse.
Oh, man, Brownie Honeycutt probably would have just said, no, please.
Oh, yeah, you could hear his heart drop if that would have caused a caution.
Well, here it is. Barney the Flagman going to wave the white flag over Brandon Honeycutt with still about that 4.2 second lead over Andrew Teft.
Yeah, Brandon's run a perfect race tonight.
Odie almost raked it off of 2. That'll give, I think, Michael a chance to catch up here.
I don't think he's going to catch him, though, is he?
Well, they still got to come back around because it's Honeycutt's right behind. But Honeycutt, here it is. Welcome to Victory Lane at Richmond. Brandon Honeycutt's going to come home with the win, and this is our closest battle on track here.
Let's stay with this.
Oh, man.
Ooh,
Bennett's lose off of 2.
He's going to dive it inside. Let's see.
Oh.
He's there, but Richard's going to get him coming off of 4 and going to hold on to that 5th position.
Wow,
here
what
at
a
Richmond.
valiant effort by both of those drivers.
Yeah.
I cannot believe Odie came back for a top 5. Biggest mover, 9 spots on the race.
Good job, bud.
And Alex Teff, he also showed up last minute. Let's give a shout out to him. 6 spots up. He doesn't even race here full time.
Nope. Well, Andrew's up 5, so we had a couple big movers tonight. So.
Well, the biggest mover, I guess, or the important one is going to be 2 spots for this number 13. It looks like he got some damage on this burnout already.
It's all right. He took him to the woodshed tonight. That's for sure.
Yeah, it was one that I know that Honeycutt was definitely happy to finally go ahead and bring home tonight. As just double checking, this is his 4th race this season. But in his 3 other ones, he only had 1 top 5. So
the trophy hunting.
Hey, there you go. That's what matters. Sounds like a calling car right now. What the 16 was trying to do. Let's go ahead and find Honeycutt. I think Honeycutt jumps. Am I missing him? I might jump in here in a moment. Oh, am I not? Actually, let's not wait. Go ahead and just open. Let's go ahead and bring in our the boss man here.
Yeah, go get the boss man in here.
Andrew, this is Angel and Troy here in the SRM broadcast booth. You got us, buddy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, I would say starting 7th maybe didn't allude to a possible top 2 finish. And I know some strategy here and there changed things, but you truly had a fast car tonight to really drive your way up in there to 2nd. Walk us through kind of what the race, kind of played into fact. Like, how did it play into a factor for you, Andrew? Did you expect the whole 140 to go green? And is that really what you were hoping for, at least strategy-wise?
Well, it was pretty loose in practice, so I definitely thought there'd be some yellows, but if we went green for about 30 laps or so, I was thinking maybe not. So
Yeah.
yeah, I saw some guys try to 2-stop it, and the math just didn't seem like it would work out, so I just tried to stick with the long run and 1-stop it. And I don't know how far Michael got back up to, but looked like he was leading on that strategy. It's kind of interesting the way it played out.
He got back up to the 6th position.
Almost 5th.
Oh.
He was on Richard Odie's bumper coming off of 4 for the 5th position at the checkered flag.
Oh wow, yeah, quite a bit quicker on new tires, but figured he'd probably waste like 40 seconds coming down pit road or something. So wasn't sure, just kind of stuck with the original plan, and it's not one of my favorite tracks. So I'll gladly take a second here. Congrats to Brandon, he was really quick. I was kind of able to match him there at the end, but I wasn't able to make up that much ground.
Yeah, no, he was lights out. Brandon was, and you're right. You're definitely matching there at the end. Pretty decent lap times to try to catch him. The main thing that I noticed for you did say that these cars were loose, but I felt like maybe some of the drivers were also experiencing loose going into the turns. Is that something that you had as well, Andrew? We just noticed a little bit of that on board with some of them.
Yeah, it's easy to drive in a little bit too deep, especially in one. Kind of back end will start to step away on you, and it's kind of hard to catch it once it starts going. It's just a matter of 10 or 20 feet or something, driving in a little bit deeper, and you're probably gonna go around, especially if you get toward the top of that rubber. Yeah, I saw a little bit of tightness too. People burning off the right front. I think some guys were kind of trying to keep it too low off the corners, and I was trying to keep it a little bit higher and get a straighter launch off. I think that was helping me out in the long run.
No, I think that especially in that long run, definitely showed that you had that speed to really go out there and pass some of those drivers, try to make up some of that time that you had. Andrew, we definitely appreciate you joining us here tonight. I like to finish there, coming across the line a little sideways or slideways.
Oh, I saw my brother there, so I had to try to
uh,
go for it.
Oh, I
But
I don't blame you there.
I knew I
Oh
couldn't
man,
lose any spots as long as I crossed the line, so I went for it.
it's the worst time not to have a start line right in the start finish line. But
Yeah.
nonetheless, Andrew, go ahead and shout out your friends, family, sponsors. You got everybody, of course, racing here. We plugged racerselite.com, but please still go ahead and do so. Make sure that you give that shout out.
Yeah, thanks. Got an awesome website, racerselite.com. All the info's there if you want to get involved in racing or want to find future shows, all that stuff, standings, schedules. Yeah, I want to thank you guys for putting on the show, our servicemen and women, Veterans Day yesterday, or a couple days ago, my bad. Time's flying. And I want to thank my family and everybody that tunes in to watch and shows up to race.
All right, thank you so much, Andrew. We appreciate it, and we look forward to seeing you next week. Well,
Congrats
one
again
more
to
race
Brendan.
left.
Yeah, I've been to Ohio. It was pretty good there once. I think I spun out in the last lap or something. So looking for redemption.
Well, hopefully then we are talking to you one position higher next week. See you, buddy.
Thanks.
See, man.
All right, time to bring in our third place finisher here, Sean Dunaway, and I don't think we'll have Brandon, so go ahead and take us away here, Troy.
Hey, Sean, this is Angel and Troy in the booth. You got us, bud?
Yep, I got a copy.
Man, you started on the pole, slipped a few stops there, positions at the end of the race. How was your car tonight during this long green run at Richmond?
Man, the car was good. It turned. It was actually getting very loose out of the corners there. But yeah, just couldn't find the speed. There was just something in Honeycutt's car that was probably illegal.
Yeah, we
But
still
yeah.
haven't got clarification if he was legal or not. So hold on to that thought.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
exactly.
just do the beforehand. We're doing the stuff on the front stretch, the rest of the media happens after.
Yep, right. Yeah, so I was driving it slow for most of the race. Maybe a little bit too slow at times, but I felt like that's the way to do it, especially on a one stop there. Just got to save those tires. And, we at least get a podium there, so not too bad for tonight.
Was you amazed that it went caution free?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I, I was kind of hoping at the end there for a caution to get at least the field back together, but, anything could have happened then, so I guess we'll take the third for sure.
Oh, absolutely. Was your car looser going in or coming out of the corners tonight?
Going out of the corners for sure. It was just so hard to get back on the throttle there. Even after like 40 to 45 laps, like I was still struggling. Yeah, it was something.
Because Andrew said his was loose going into the corners, and I'm just amazed how well y'all drivers did tonight by not bringing out a caution. So congrats on that.
Yeah, right. Yeah, not at all. I felt like I was backing up the corners pretty well there, so I was actually very tight, I would say, coming into the corners there, and then loose out there.
Well, before we let you go, how you feel about road racing?
Pretty good. Pretty familiar with Mid-Ohio. Not only, the track itself, but I live an hour away from it, so I've
That's
gotten
awesome.
Yeah, I've gotten to actually go there, see like the NASCAR trucks, the Indy cars, and so forth. So I know the track really well. But Xfinity cars are a little slippery. Just
Oh
gotta
yeah.
learn how to control it.
That's what Angel was talking about Chicagoland last night. So before I let you go, my friend, anybody you want to thank, friends, family?
Yeah, I'd like to thank my wife, my mom and stepdad for always watching, and then my cats for always trying to ruin my race.
Yeah, Jesse Fox had a cat incident last night too in the middle of the church race. So
Yep, it happens.
it
My
does. Well,
my excuse as a broadcaster is that I have the dogs barking in the background, so I understand, Sean.
hey, I didn't hear him bark at tonight at all.
They're in the room. Rebecca's got them in the room hiding the whole time today, actually.
Probably got a muzzle on him or something.
Yeah, that's funny.
All right, Sean. I'm sorry, I jumped in, but good. Appreciate you joining in with us.
Yep, thank you guys.
All right. Oh man. No, that's right. She got him hiding actually. Well, I think the big one's out and about right now, but I was like, hold on, we got a few more minutes left.
Oh, before we started out, my grandchildren was in the living room screaming at the top of their lungs. I was like, oh boy, it's gonna be fun.
That didn't once come across. I would have never
Nope.
known. So, all right. Well, we didn't get a chance to I'll double check here one more time. I just didn't see Honeycutt. So, Honeycutt, if you can jump in next week, we'll make sure we can get an interview with you. We appreciate you as always. Andrew Teff there in second. Sean Dunaway we just spoke with in third. Dennis Kane gonna come home with fourth, and Richard Odie we mentioned. Nice job for him.
For both of them drivers.
Yeah, 9 spots up to the 5th spot, which again points wise is gonna be good. They came in already pretty decently. Richard Odie was 6th, Dennis Kane was 10th, and Dennis was a 13-point lead at the time over the cutoff, so that'll be a big jump for him as well. And then Odie had 34, so that's nice. And it was Odie's first top 5 of the season, and Dennis Kane's second top 5 of the season.
Good job, gentlemen.
Michael Bennett going to finish a nice recovery there for 6th, going to continue that string of 8 straight top 10s, and the only person to have a top 10 in all 8 races so far. So nice job, Michael. Lee Campbell in 7th, nice drive for him as well. He needed to separate himself a little bit from the cutoff. Matthew Jarrett needed to gain some on that, which is going to help, having finished... Actually, we'll see. Where's Wayne Scott? Yes, he beat out Wayne Scott, who was in 13th. So that'll be good for Lee Campbell. Sorry, for Jarrett. Alex Teff 9th. Todd Slauson in 10th. Colin McDonough in 11th. Chris Blasey also trying to chase Wayne Scott, finishing a position ahead will help for him. There in 12th. We mentioned Wayne Scott there in 13th. Curtis Ecker 14th. Jesse Fox in 15th. And then Truth Hoke would finish in 16th, putting down those 2 laps and going home. For 140 laps straight, the lowest car we had was 2 laps down.
That was a good race. Good race, gentlemen.
And he was on a 3-stopper too, so that he took an extra stop. So we probably would have most of the field. I'm really surprised by that. Wow.
Yeah, nobody hit the wall too hard tonight or anything, so great job.
No, great job
Awesome
by
race.
everyone tonight. As you mentioned, we head to Mid-Ohio next week. I don't have much of any experience in Mid-Ohio, to be honest with you.
It's a fun, challenging road course.
I'm excited then to see what these drivers do, and see if we have any road course ringers show up and maybe show somebody up here. Not many road course races, of course, that we get here on the Racers Elite Xfinity Series side. Next, we mentioned as being, of course, the next race. Tomorrow night, I apologize, for the Next Gens, they head to Auto Club for the regular season finale, and I don't like the Next Gens all that much, but if I've got to choose a track that they put on some of the greatest shows, it's a sunset race. It's Auto Club. Oh my goodness! If you guys are not watching tomorrow night, you are missing out.
I'm actually excited for this race. Should be fun. Should be fun in a race win.
And to the wall, to the bottom, anywhere you can put that car, you can race it at Auto Club. That's especially in those Next Gens. I really, really like that. So that's gonna be a great race to watch. 80 laps. That's actually not a long run too. That'll be a quick one.
Yep. Just like it was tonight.
Tell me about it. Oh my goodness. So then on trucks, Gonna go do a little bit of dirt tracking at Eldora for their regular season. So we have Auto Club for regular season finale for the next gen, probably the most normal thing. Then it's a dirt regular season finale for the trucks and a road course season finale for the Xfinity series. Man, I think Andrew was really having fun with this schedule.
We got a smorgasbord of races next week.
And then I actually will be broadcasting the November 26th race for the truck series at IRP. If you need advice on racing on that one, I will jump into a test session. That's probably one of my favorite tracks,
absolutely.
one of my best ones.
I can always need advice there.
Well, you let me know.
I need advice anywhere.
It's a flat track, but I have a league win actually at IRP, and it's one of my. I typically run like top 5 when I ever do trucks there. So
I'm calling Andrew will be the truck to beat. I'm calling it now.
Well, all right, we'll see. You know what? You broadcast, I race for you.
Deal.
Atlanta for us is going to be in 2 weeks for the very first race of the chase, so that's going to be a great old Atlanta too. So these things,
awesome.
190 degrees. We're going to make the track if we can, Andrew, and have some
Crank
fun.
it up.
So, again, we thank everybody for joining us here tonight. As always, make sure you check out racerselite.com, see everything they've got going on, all of the different series as they continue to build, get better, have a lot more fun in them. Troy, any closing remarks here before we close? We send these off, send all of our fans off.
Man, what a great race tonight these gentlemen put on. Congratulations to Brandon for winning that race, and just an awesome race tonight. Just typical Richmond race. You know, it's either you wreck or you get no caution. So
I like the way you put that. That was perfectly put. It's 140 laps though. I mean, even Andrew was a little surprised.
Yeah, I am really surprised, but it was great. It was actually close racing. And
that too. It was good racing all the way around. So thank you again, everybody. I hope you have a great evening. Stay safe, and we're not really going to get a hurricane here next week, but somehow if it does hit and you don't see me next week, that's probably why. But we'll be all right. It's going to head south. So well, you guys all have a good night, and we'll see you next week.